4 ladies, it doesn't mean that the men do not get success stories. We just couldn't find anyone to stand in for the men for today. Hence the reason why we've got 4 beautiful ladies. I thought, let me mention that before somebody mentions it, right? So Mohammed, when you're ready, please.
Ololade, in fact. Ololade, when you're ready, please, you can unmute and turn on your video. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mo.
Hi.
Good afternoon, Mama Hawk. It's such a pleasure to see you again.
Thank you so much.
Last time I saw your face was November last year when I joined TriTech.
Oh, wow.
It's been an impactful journey. TriTech changed my life, and I'll forever be grateful to TriTech. All right. So now to my success story. Good evening, everybody. My name is Kemi. I knew about TriTech sometimes last year. I was speaking with a friend, and she told me, "Oh, Kemi, I just got a job as a risk analyst." I was like, "Oh, wow," because we used to work in the same organization back in Nigeria. And then I asked her, "How did you do it?" And then she told me, "Oh, she did a training with TriTech. I should try and get on TriTech and do some trainings too." Then I asked her, I really do not know what to do. I don't know what this space is all about. And then she told me, if I get on there, I would find my feet and know what suits me. And then that was around November, that was about September last year. And I just had a baby. So I felt like, what is the best way to enjoy and make sure that I really, really use up my maternity leave well. So I had a 1-year maternity leave. So I just felt like, let me just start. And then I joined TriTech November 25 last year. I registered just like you are on today at the Taster. I was on last year, I joined. And there was this particular guy that came into success story. This guy got his success story in 2 months. And I was like, oh my God, if this guy can do it, I can do it. And then that was the major thing that pushed me to register at TriTech. And then I registered that day and the journey started. I did my training. I was given an hybrid role, and then I was put on the project Cyber Catalyst. And on that project, we were supposed to develop a business incubator. And I wouldn't lie to you, I was frightened. I know nothing about project management or BA, because even from the tools they use to the kind of words they use to describe what they do, it was really confusing. There were days I feel very, very exhausted. I don't know what to do. I had to go on LMS then, and then I go to YouTube to see what these things are really, really about. But I'm really thankful to the BSA that we had, that the guy was really, really supportive, Mr. Shegun. He was always there to provide guidance and clarity for myself and my peer. So during this period, we started the project, and then when we got to the execute phase, I volunteered to be the Scrum Master for my team. And I don't know what a Scrum Master does. I've never heard of it before until that time. So what I did was I went on the LMS, and then I watched a video on what a Scrum Master is, what they do, who is a Scrum Master. And I also took an extra leap of faith to register for Scrum Master certification. I did a 3-day training to really understand, so that when I get onto the project for my team, I'm able to, really, really act as a Scrum Master on my project. After doing that, the project, I think the project ended in May this year, and I started actively looking for a job from May. To let me rewind a bit. I started looking for a job in January. I think I applied for over 200 jobs, and I got 200, unfortunately, and that gave me a serious setback. And then I told myself there is no pressure on me. Let me not rush. Let me go back and finish my life project, and that when I am done, I would go back and start looking for a job all over again. And then one of my friends told me, I said, Kemi, have you seen this video on LMS that talks about that video Dr. Adefola showed us just now, harnessing the power of ChatGPT? That was a video that changed my life and my application. It changed me. And that was what I leveraged for optimizing my CV, my LinkedIn, and also ensuring that my CV is optimized. So the video talked about something like job scan. I had to, enroll for that. I paid for it just to optimize my CV and ensure that I'm able to, apply for more jobs. The moment I did that, I was able to proceed. Between that May and August, because I got my success story in August. Between May and August, I got 10 interviews. I had 3 interviews that I was dropped at the second phase. 2 of it, I got to the final stage with the CEO. I got dropped, and that's like 4. And then I had 2 success stories, and then I had one. I was kept on the reserve list for one of it, and that was it. So I had to choose between which one I really want among the 2 success stories I got, and that was how I got my job in August. And it's been a smooth ride since then. TriTech changed my life. I'm thankful to the platform TriTech has given unto us. Yes, we paid for it, but the value that I got from TriTech is more than the money I paid. If I look at it right now, it is more than whatever money I paid, and I will always be thankful to TriTech. I really cannot wait to share my second success story, my third, my fourth, my fifth. I really cannot wait to share that. And I'll also advise, when you are on a particular team, try and find people that are of like mind as you. They will help you with your development. I had 2 people, a guy and a lady. We study together, we do things together, and we've all had our success stories. And that is what I'm saying, that the power of the people you move with in your team and the level of seriousness that you give onto it will really push you to do well. And we exchange ideas, we're always reading together, we'll cry together, we'll pray together, because you cannot do it alone. The journey is very, 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 it can really push you, it can make you frustrated. But honestly, with the right people in your circle, you would achieve something. And the last thing I would like to say, Mama Hawk, is that please leverage your BScs and your PSCs. They are the best gifts they've given to you during your life project. Mr. Shagun, to me, will always be dear to my heart. That man helps me. I cannot emphasize it enough. There is no time that man would, just leverage on your BSc. They are there to help you. Don't say, oh, I'm too big to talk to this person, or maybe I'm even older than this person. Put age aside. You see that wealth of knowledge you want to get?
Yeah.
Take it. In fact, carry a very big straw and suck from that wealth of knowledge, because these people are really equipped, and TriTech has also helped them throughout their journey. And this is my success story. Thank you very much, TriTech. Thank you, Mama. I'm really thankful.
Thank you so much. And I think, like I always say, that yes, I'm the face of TriTech, but the team behind me are second to none, and I will take that on board as well. Thank you so much. I know you couldn't show your video because I could hear a baby in the background.
Yes,
is that
yes,
right?
Please. I'm so sorry, please.
That's fine.
Sorry.
That's fine. So the person that kept asking. But thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Mama Hawk.
And I wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So that was Lolade Ojo Adeshola. You can see her picture here and her name, so you can find her on LinkedIn, okay? Who's next, Mohammed?
Ife, go next. Ife, when you're ready, please, you can unmute and turn on your
video. Okay, it's actually Ifeyinwa.
Oh goodness, Ifeyinwa.
But it's fine, yeah.
Hi, everyone. When you're ready, Ifeyinwa.
Okay, good afternoon, Mama Hawk. Good afternoon, everybody. So my name is Ifeyinwa, as I mentioned before, and I joined TriTech last year, November 2023. I was actually a student when I joined TriTech, and I really wanted to join TriTech after my studies when I was finishing in February, because I had a whole lot on my plate. I had work, I had my dissertation, and it was a bit too much. But then I just decided to join. And we had our 2 weeks of intense trainings. It was really intense. And I missed some days because, yes, I had work and I still had some schoolwork. So, but what I would always do is to go back to LMS. I think it's called TDL now, but it was called LMS before. So I would always try to catch up with the old videos I missed, with all the videos, and it was almost the same thing. It was practically the same thing. The live sessions and the recorded sessions were the same thing. So I didn't really feel like I missed anything. And then we began our work experience, and we finished around May. And I started applying for jobs midway, actually. Midway, I think I just needed to be sure that, okay, I was really confident in the skills I have. I needed to be sure that, yes, even if I have an interview, I would show up well prepared. And so I think we finished our work experience in May, and then I got a job in July. I got an NHS project management role in July. And during the interview, or before the interview, I was actually very afraid, because NHS, where do I start from? But then I joined the career sessions, the career clinics, the weekly career clinics. It helped me a lot. It helped me how to structure my CV, how to answer interview questions as well. So it just prepared me. And yeah, during my interview, it was a seamless process, to be honest. I think God did everything for me, but yes, it was a very seamless process. And I leveraged on the fact that I am not just bringing my project management skills, but also my business analysis skills. And that was what gave me an edge. The fact that I mentioned business analysis skill, I noticed that it gave me an edge. So yes, that was just what gave me an edge, to be honest, because they were all project managers, they all had experience. But when I came with both the hybrid role, I noticed it's a change in their questions. And so yes, the KSS, the knowledge sharing sessions as well that we had during our work experience helped me. We would always watch videos or we would always have like a session where every project team would come up once in a while and share what they have done, the progress made. And with that as well, I wasn't just limited to my own projects, but I had an overview or a brief overview of what other teams were into. So I also shared different experiences. Even when they asked, okay, what projects have you done? I made mention of my projects as well as other teams because I had witnessed what they were into as well. So I think all of those scenarios gave me an edge as well. And during my work experience, of course, I had work, I had school, but I had to ensure that I did not have a social life. Let me just say that. I had to ensure I was always on track with my learnings, with our deliverables, our tasks. Even when we had no idea what we were doing, we would always give ourselves assignments. Okay, go and research on this particular topic, and then we do it. And then we give it to our BSc or our PSA, and they would always correct us. But it was more of we were collaborating and we were ensuring that in as much as nobody was like a body of knowledge, we all had like little efforts to put into. And yeah, we researched a lot. And yeah, collaboration helps a lot. You have to collaborate with your team members. You have to speak to people because you're all learners. And then, I mean, when you add one and one, you get so. But yeah, it's really worked. And to the glory of God, I'm a project manager now with the NHS, and yeah, it's still a learning process. Some days I still go back to my base camp to see what we have done, how to prepare the raid logs, what should be included in the project's mandates. I still go back for reference. I still go back to my training videos as well. And yes, so that's my journey so far. Thank you.
Ifeyiwa, congratulations. I like the fact that you talked about collaboration is key. I love the fact that you said, you know, your knowledge in business analysis gave you that competitive edge, even though you were going for a project management role. And yeah, congratulations and well done. And you made a sacrifice because you said you didn't have a social life.
I did not have a social life, no.
But here you are today, and I presume that it's been worth it.
Yeah, it's of course.
Congratulations and well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. So for those of you asking how you can get in contact with any of the ladies that have spoken, LinkedIn would be your best option. So Mohammed, who do we have next?
Gladys going next. Gladys, when you're ready, please, you can unmute and turn on your video. Thank you.
Hi, Gladys. Hi. Have we met before? Oh, yes, you shared your video.
Yes, I shared my video. Yeah. I'll try to make it possible. I think my story is pretty much the same to the two other ladies that shared. I joined TriTech last year, April, but due to like personal issues, I couldn't really go through with it. But I'm just so thankful that you guys were so understanding, and then they were able to put me through to a team in August instead. And then, yeah, went through my training session and got assigned as the project manager in October, Team Bravo. And we literally, I think we had a BSA and a PSA. So if you're a PM, make the most of your BSA and your PSA. They are literally there just to mentor you and just to kind of take you through the process. So that's exactly what I did. And then we finished our project in March this year. And then I got my first success story in May, but I didn't really like the job. So I quit after a month. And one thing that TriTech did was they promote like different companies on WhatsApp. So I think they promoted Benghazi Engagement Learning, contacted them, revamped my CV, kept applying, and I got another offer 2 weeks later for a project portfolio manager, infrastructure and digitalization. So that's pretty much my success story. I finally started the job now 4 days in. And honestly, just want to thank StriTech really. It is honestly a great platform to just kind of like learn new skills and just kind of gain the experience that you needed in order to obviously kind of secure the job that you pretty much want and kind of like get into tech, because my background has nothing to do with tech, like whatsoever. No project management skills, no tech, nothing like that. But one thing that I made sure in my interview was just kind of like grabbing every single thing that I've learned during my experience in TriTech, especially for my project Bravo. I just made sure I used those little buzzwords that really kind of helped me. And again, I think someone mentioned it before, the amount that you pay, it does not compare to the salary that you're going to get when you finally get your success story. So yeah, do not hold back. Like definitely, I will encourage you guys to push through, because you are definitely going to get a success story. And do not be passive. Be someone that is definitely active, and you will definitely make it. So yeah, that is my success story, guys, and all the best to everyone.
Thank you so much, Gladys. Congratulations. Your success story is on Instagram. So thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate that as well. And all the best. All the best. Okay, Mohammed.
We have Fatima going last. Fatima,
okay, Fatimata.
Hi everyone. So my name is Fatima Tabo. I just call myself Fatima. It's the same meaning. So I'm here to share my success story. So my journey with TriTech basically started last year. I enrolled after attending a test session just like this one. So the training began with a 6 weeks virtual training on project management, business analysis, and project management office. And I found, the lessons very informative, knowledgeable. And what I like most about the lessons is that they were very, interactive, relatable. And our tutors, used like real life scenarios so that you were able to, relate to them and be able to see what skills you already have that, were transferable to the tech roles. So we were given like little mini projects, practical work to work on during the training session to basically, help you understand what you're learning and get that practical experience. I remember that is how I mastered, project management and business analysis tools like, SWOT analysis, Moscow prioritization, invest principles when it comes to using user stories, and also the pestle analysis and many others. And after the training, I went over my notes, immersed myself with LMS. I would say LMS is your best friend. Well, it's TDL now, but LMS back then. And to prepare myself, for the exams and the assessment, and also attend knowledge sharing sessions, which are held like every Thursday, which were held, I'm not sure about now, but yeah, which were held every Thursday. Like, I made sure I attended those because it did help you, like Mama Hawk said, in terms of interview, giving examples of interview questions, how to, getting the LinkedIn optimization, and also like basically some days would be based on specific things like risk management, change management, how to plan a project. And so after passing the assessment, I was then assigned to Project Autoref, and our goal was to basically create a system that would allow TriTech to basically manage references digitally, which will be consistent with the automation of, some of the manual processes, bringing everything up to date with the newest features in the market, and basically just enabling the seamless user interaction. So this is an experience that I'm so grateful for. Because previous to TriTech, I had done project management and business analysis training with another provider. And after finishing the training, I wasn't confident enough to start applying for jobs. I think I went for 1 or 2 jobs, and I just struggled in terms of giving real life scenarios or projects that I worked on. So I was given the theoretical knowledge. However, I lacked the practical experience. So now here's the catch. I believe basically everyone can transition into tech. However, getting the practical work experience is the most important, which requires, you know, a lot of hard work, dedication, and sacrifices, and patience. And you have to focus on your main goals for joining TriTech. And the reason why I say this is because I am sharing my success story with you today. And it's basically unbelievable based on everything that I went through last year, which I feel might help most of you on this call, because life does get in the way. Things like childcare, being married, looking after your children, juggling work, and real life problems. For example, I'll tell you what happened to me during TriTech. So on the day that I got assigned project to do the practical work experience, it was the day that I found I lost my dad, basically. And I remember it was the saddest day of my life, the most difficult experience that I've ever had to go through. And when I say joining TriTech is like joining a family, because to me, believe me, it's true. I remember, I don't know if David remembers, last April, the 28th of April, I sent David, one of TriTech's managers, a message telling them that of the sad news. And the response I got from him, even though that was the first time getting a message from me, you know, he was like so supportive. He told me to contact the admin team. They'll be able to then, you know, defer my my work experience, you know, sympathize with me. I remember messaging, you know, my PSA and my BSA, Elijah and Opemipo, and my colleagues on the team. And I was basically given the option to defer my work experience to a later time until I felt I was ready. And they would provide me with all the support that I needed. And I remember thinking about it. I was like, today I'll think about it. And it was a really hard decision to make, because however, I decided not to postpone my work experience, because even though this was the most difficult time of my life, I felt like, you know, I wanted to remain resilient and I didn't want to give up. Believe you me, it wasn't easy. I remember being on every meeting, you know, because I didn't want to miss out on any information and on any training. And I just didn't want to let my team down. I remember I would join meetings. Sometimes I would mute myself. I'll cry, you know, but then they were very understanding. I'll just write I'll make sure any work that's assigned to me, I'll do it beforehand. And sometimes if I can't speak, I'll, you know, send a message on Zoom to say, sorry, today I'm having a really difficult, but I've sent my work to the PM, because I was assigned a hybrid role. So doing both project management and business analysis. And, you know, I would then, you know, my team were very, 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 very supportive. Some days, if I'm not able to talk, I'll just send my work and then we'll go through it. Most days, you know, I'll mute myself, cry, and then I'll unmute myself and start talking, because, you know, again, they were like family, and they understood what I was going through. I remember, you know, giving it my all in. Like there was a time, the team weren't agreeing on certain things, and this is an experience you would prepare you for a real life projects when you get a job, that things like this do happen. But I remember every time, you know, we have a row or argument, I remember I'll just mute myself and be like, family. I'll call them family. I'm like, family, remember, we're not we not to work against each other. We're a team, and let's focus on the main goal. I think they can attest to that. I think even my PSA, Elijah, there was one day that he was addressing the whole team, and he, you know, he sent me a text to say, can I use it as an example? I was like, yeah, okay. And then he's like, today I want to use Fatima as an example. You guys, everyone on this call knows what Fatima has gone through. And if she can, you know, professionally dedicate and invest her time to this project, I think everyone should. So hard work does really pay off, and all of the experiences that you encounter helps you overcome any challenges that you may face in the future. So at TriTech, I'll just give you a just a summary of what I did. So I was immersed in, comprehensive project management training that equipped me well, gave me skills I need to overcome any project that I might face in the future, gave me hands-on experience of managing, cross-functional teams, conducting things like stakeholder analysis, having great change management skills, because I remember midway, I think it was just before the end of the project, we had a change in requirements, and things like this do happen. And again, I was like to the team, we need to focus on the goal. There's a reason why this change is being put. It's basically like a test to prepare us for the real life job experience that because changing requirements do happen. So again, it's given me great stakeholder management skills, risk management, resource planning, and the role I've got now is kind of like working for the NHS, planning for the Northwest Ambulance Service. So it's like all the which is why it's good when you are working on a project to even if you're assigned as a project manager or a business analyst, attend all the lessons. Because at first I wanted to be a business analyst, but then I was like, when I was attending the project management meetings as well, I then ended up deciding that I want to move towards project management. If anyone had told me that I would, be a project planner today, I wouldn't have, believed it. But attending those project planning meetings with the project planner, helped prepare me for this role. So I want to thank TriTech. I want to thank Mama Hawk for this amazing platform. I want to thank the entire team of TriTech. Like I said, you guys are family. I wanted a big shout out to Project Autoref. Yeah, so that's basically my success story. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Words cannot really express how grateful I am for this platform. Yeah, you guys are family. Thank you so much.
Oh, that was so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry about the loss of your dad, and well done for, just staying committed. And here you are sharing your success story, and we're also proud of you. And thank you for talking about the fact, like I mentioned, that TriTech is a family. And yeah, congratulations and well done. Thank you so much. So, like I mentioned previously, it's not just women that get success stories in TriTech. However, we couldn't grab any of the men. Maybe they're out watching football, maybe they're on holiday, I don't know, maybe they're out with the kids, but we couldn't grab any guy for today's session. However, when you log on to Instagram and go onto our page, you'll see a lot of success stories from the men. Secondly, the ladies talked about PSAs and BSAs. So what does this mean? When you're placed on your project, we don't just leave you to do what you need to do, okay? We make sure that there are a rigid support system in place. So a PSA is a project support analyst, and a BSA is a business support analyst. So the PSAs would support the project managers, the project planners, and the PMOs, and a BSA would support the business analysts. So their job is to guide you from the beginning of the project through to the end of the project. So I'm hoping that's clear now. So amazing, amazing, amazing success stories. I wish we could go through every success story, but then we would be here till next year. But yeah, how do we feel? From Ololade to Ifeyiwa to Gladys to Fatimata, how do we feel? Motivated, pumped up? Someone talked about the fact that they didn't share their salaries. I think that's a personal thing.